Hi guys, I'm back and coronavirus again. So I thought it's very important for us to actually start doing a whole lot of education and like around the virus so that we understand it. Not that really we will understand the virus per se, but we will understand the little information that is already out there about the virus, because now the virus is labeled as novel. Understanding what the word novel already just tells you, hey, this virus, we don't know much about it. Novel means new. It means out of the ordinary. Nobody knows about this thing. It's just new in the face of the earth. So nobody in the world knows about this thing, and now we have people out there doing research, trying to find out what can they do, trying to understand this virus so that we come up with ways to tackle it, right? So it's right now our lives are in the hands of the researchers out there. It's now time to actually appreciate the researchers. But anyway, I'm not trying to push that agenda. So what I'm trying to say right now is that, guys, we need to do a whole lot of education, self-education about this coronavirus. Why is it important? Let's just look into the example. Look at HIV. 98, 99, 2000, HIV was the new kid in the block, more Africa. Like everyone was just scared of HIV. People didn't want to be talking to people. People even thought, like, there were conspiracy theories that even if you can touch somebody with HIV, you got it. That's because there was lack of information, lack of education around HIV. So with time, we've seen a whole lot of HIV education advance the way in which people actually even interact with people who have HIV in themselves. And people actually even thought that the moment you have HIV, you are gone. But now we know that you can have HIV and still live a normal life. So I think it's very important for us to understand coronavirus so that we know the extent at which we are at risk, and then we will now be at ease when it comes to panicking and everything around coronavirus, because now people are just throwing things out of proportion. I that's how I feel actually. So I thought maybe it will be very important, as maybe starting this coronavirus education, maybe I should just give you a brief information on like the virus life, so that you understand what happens when the virus gets into you, like that's a part, or should I say the virus life? Yes, let me just say the virus life. So in microbiology 101, that's the first thing we learn. We learn that this virus, the virus life have like three important missions. The first mission is to get a host, not just any other host, a suitable host, because a virus can be in any surface but still not be able to launch mission 2 because the host is not suitable. So it must get a suitable host which is compatible with it so that it can launch mission 2. Mission 2 is to multiply. That's it. Multiply. You try to make as many copies of yourself as possible. You make up a whole lot of brothers and sisters, nurses. You build hospitals, you build military force, you build anything to capacitate yourself so that when you launch mission 3, I'm talking in third person here, as in like the virus, so that when the virus launches mission 3, it is very capacitated and capable of continuing with mission 3. What's mission 3? Mission 3 is take over the host. Remember, mission 1, find a suitable host. Mission 2, multiply. The moment you are multiplying, you are not in control. This is the virus now. When the virus is multiplying, it's not in control. The host is in control. It's in control of how much copies can be made, how much energy can the virus use and not use. So basically the host is in control of the virus life. Now the virus does not like that because it's not being productive enough. Like, you can imagine trying to make up stuff and you can't because the host said no. So you try to be in charge so that it's you who makes the rules. You understand? That's what the virus wants to achieve. So now it launches mission 3. Mission 3 is take over the host, be in charge of the host, so that you are the one who comes up with rules. So that's when now, as a host, you start getting sick because you are now not in control. The virus is the one in control of you. So I know I'm trying to say this in layman terms so that people who don't have medical background and stuff like that can understand, but there's, to an extent, people may think, oh, the virus is going to take over me, blah blah. No, that's not what I'm trying to say, and I'm not trying to scare you off and be like, the virus is going to take me over, blah blah blah. No. So from this information, I think you will now understand how the virus works and what the virus wants to do, which is why now the measures that are put in place are very important. You must make sure that the virus does not get the host. That's the first one. The first thing you should do. By doing what? Wash your hands. Try not to touch your face. Try not to fiddle with your nose, your eyes, your everything, which is now you see people covering themselves. But I think this thing of covering yourself, it's been taken to an extent because people are just trying to, fit in, and there are so many things around this covering your face thing. So let's understand why we had to why the use of masks. The use of masks is not really necessary at this stage, let me just say. So don't panic if you don't have a mask. It's not like you're gonna die because you don't have a mask. No, I don't think anyone is going to die actually. I think that we're just gonna have this virus and try to, our body is just going to find out how to deal with it. Because one other thing you should understand, while let me go back to that viral life before I go into the use of mask. There's one point that I missed there. While the virus is trying to multiply and take over the host, don't think your body is just sitting there and looking at the virus. No, your immune system is out there trying to understand. It's like, hey guys, there's a new kid in the block and he's taking over. That's what your immune system will say, and then we'll be trying to fight this guy and understand what this guy is all about. Because from there, your immune system will go on to this guy, go and study this guy, find out how is he doing this, what's so special about this boy, what's so unique about this guy. And then they go back and sit down and talk and be like, hey guys, that guy is like 1 2 3, blind deka 1 2 3, untwebuka 1 2 3. So we need to come up with 1 2 3 plan ABC in place so that we take this guy out of space, because if he takes over, we are dead. So they are also going to try to find ways in which they can actually fight this guy, which is why we see people recovering. Recovery means that yes, the virus did take over, but your immune system came back, fighting back, because now they understand this guy, which is why right now we are living with flu, like the normal influenza that we have. When it started, people were dying from it. Actually, people are still dying from it. But what I'm trying to say is that the mortality rate was too high because the immune system didn't understand what is this. They didn't understand, hey, who's this? What does he do? What does he come back with? Blah, blah, blah. But now, because it keeps coming and coming and coming, year in, year out, winter season, a lot of people are just gonna have flu, and it's normal. You're in the taxi, somebody have flu, and it's still fine. You still go to it. We're like, nah, at least 2 kids in the taxi had flu, and it's just fine. So I think that's what's gonna happen with coronavirus at the end. So going back to the use of masks now. So why masks? Masks are a preventative measure to say if someone in the household or someone around you have the coronavirus, that person should cover their mouth, because they will cough and sneeze. Again, you cover this part. They will cough and sneeze. So you try to make sure that, so by wearing the mask, you are blocking the transmission of droplets from your mouth and your nose. That's what that person is trying to do. Now, if I'm in the same household with that person, what I can do if I don't have a mask, if I don't have a mask and I'm in the same household with the person who's infected doesn't mean that I'm going to die. No. What I can do for myself is to try to make sure that I don't contact the virus with my hands or somehow and put it into my mouth or nose so that it gets a suitable host. I must try to make sure this virus does not get a chance to get a suitable host. No suitable host for it. Why do I stress the point of suitable host? If the virus is on the table, on the door, on the taxi door, everywhere, the virus is not multiplying, it's just there. And the foiling them for in a list so I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die not knowing what to do with myself because it cannot multiply. There is no energy, there are no resources for it to multiply. One thing you should understand is that the reason why it wants a suitable host is because it wants to make use of the resources brought by the host. So the host is the one responsible for giving this guy energy to multiply and make more copies. So guys, don't panic, don't be at a scare, don't have this mask FOMO and feel like I don't have a mask, I don't have a sanitizer. Yes, it's important that you should have it, because let's say you are just on the road or wherever there is no wash station closer to you, so obviously you can just fast sanitize your hands. Not necessarily that you should worry that much about the mask and all these things. So if you happen to want to touch surfaces with your hands, try not to touch your face, your nose, and give this virus a suitable host to multiply. Make sure that you wash your hands all the time, because you never know who touched what and when. Yeah, just try to be careful and hygiene, guys. Hygiene. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.